to my kitchen. I'm really excited to do a full-on declutter today. So I'm gonna go through every single cabinet and get rid of as much as possible. I have been on this process of decluttering for a few years now, so I wouldn't say I have tons to go through and get rid of, but it's just really good to take another look at your inventory as much as possible. But we're at the start of the year. It is a motivating time to look through your stuff, declutter, reorganize. I'm going to just go through everything again and move some stuff around. I know that some things have gotten a little out of control or just are in spots I don't love, and I'm going to try to find them a new home. Luckily, I was able to throw away a couple seasoning bottles that were out of date, and then I'm going to declutter these water bottles because we just don't use them anymore. These ones are older, so I'm gonna get rid of those. Just trying to declutter as much as possible. I know the bottom cabinets have more, but I'm starting with the top because it just feels right to start left top and then go. This is looking much better now. I just lined things up a little bit better and got rid of a couple things as I showed you. It's not like the most aesthetically pleasing, but everything has a home, and that is most important.
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again. What's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe it will pass by. Someone save me before I pass out. I'm too lonely to be done. I'ma drink at this page.
I got a box because we are making a nice little pile of stuff to declutter, so I'm gonna start filling up the box. It's hard with things like this that are so cute, but it's like I haven't used it in all the time I've had it, which is at least a few years, probably more. So I gotta just get rid of it. I have another teapot, and this one's pretty small. It's very cute, but I don't actually display it. I don't use it, so it's gotta go. Cabinet over here is like my least favorite. We keep like coffee mugs and random like supplements for my husband and random things. Like we have collagen, and he has like beetroot powder, like random things like that. So I want to make it more organized, like where it's these are supplements, these are mugs or whatever, and just reorganize this area. It's already looking a little bit better than it did before. I actually keep my Christmas and seasonal mugs. Like I have a couple fall mugs, mostly Christmas mugs up here. And I like doing that rather than storing them like in bins now that I have the space. So I do recommend that as far as like when you're trying to be minimal, you might have space for Christmas ones here, which is great.
Take my hand, follow me out of the land of anxiety. think, giving our power to the enemy. In the midst of hurt and pain, I could have been dancing in the rain with my mind on higher things and the joy you'll bring. So I have decided to choose you for anything else. There's no more room. I have decided, if it ain't lovely, if it ain't.
Most of these cabinets just have like appliance type things because part of my minimalism was learning not to have anything on my kitchen counters, and that just gives me way more peace of mind when I look at my kitchen. So things like my air fryer down here. I also have really loud kids in here. And here we have some stuff that I could probably get rid of. So I'm trying to decide if I want to get rid of like this thing. I don't really use it much, but I have the space for it, so it's kind of hard. Also, we never ever use this, but I have space for it again. This hole, I'm gonna put our blender. It's over there right now and I don't like that, but I am gonna get rid of this. Another thing that I learned from the Minimal Mom here on YouTube is to keep stuff for your season of life. So it's just not realistic that I'm gonna have a party and use these, because kids parties and things, I honestly just buy like plastic platters from the Dollar Tree so that I can just throw them away afterwards and not have a big cleanup. So I don't remember the last time I've used this. I'm gonna go ahead and donate it. I actually remember getting it from Goodwill a long time ago, but it's been nice. It served a purpose for a little bit, but I've had it for too long just sitting here. That is done. I've got my toaster here, blender. I have a juicer back there, which I just don't use as much, so I don't think it needs to be in the front, so it's okay. The pot I would still get rid of, but I have space for it, and I think my husband would say he wants to keep it. So that's that. These drawers are always a bit of a headache, but I don't know. I just don't know the best way to organize this stuff other than this little like divider thing. And then we have like cutting boards here. Great. I just cut myself on the little blender thing, so it's not gonna go in that drawer anymore. I'm definitely going to move that around, but I'm wearing a little princess band-aid now. So I'm gonna move stuff. I think I'm gonna get rid of this. I can't show them. They'll get upset. I have two of these little crock pots and I probably don't need both, but I'm gonna keep both because I feel like if we have like a party and we want two little appetizer things or whatever, since they fit here fine, I feel good about it. I have an Instant Pot right here, which I really only use as a rice maker basically. I need to try some more recipes with it. Our crock pot usually goes back there, but we actually have like a roast going. My husband is making dinner, which is super nice. I have some measuring bowls here. And this has always been what's here, but then I put the blender here when we bought it on Black Friday. To be honest, I didn't want a blender, a big blender, because I just feel like it's another thing to have to store, and I don't think we use it that much, but my husband really wanted one, so I had it here for a minute, but it was always in the way of the mixing bowls, which we use every day, every other day. So I moved it over there in front of the juicer instead, and I think that's better. Now I keep my Dutch oven for sourdough bread up here. I had it just out on the stovetop for the longest time, but having everything clear on the counters really saves me. So I think that's everything. I could probably find some stuff to get rid of in these drawers, but this is like my husband's grill tool domain. We keep parchment paper and stuff like that in here. And then our junk drawer is pretty organized for a junk drawer. It's still a junk drawer. Silverware, this has always kind of been an annoying thing for me. Like, I want one that fits the whole way, so maybe I'll look into getting one of those, but it's organized enough. This is how I keep my cooking utensils, so I could probably get rid of a couple things in there too, but it's functional. And then these are our spices, which I've actually gone through very recently to make sure they're not expired. So I'm gonna keep everything in there. Okay, that's all of my cabinets. I'm gonna do a quick run through the pantry, and then I have a little coffee bar that we actually put in earlier in 2024. We put in a coffee bar. It used to be like just a hole basically. I think it was where they used to have like their TV, but we don't put our TV there. So I ended up designing this like coffee bar, and my husband and one of our good friends put it together and actually made it happen, which is awesome. I love it, but there is some cabinet space over there that definitely needs some organization. So we're getting close, and I feel like we've made progress. I actually have like a whole bin going. The whole box is almost full of stuff that we're getting rid of.
I was quietly protective of my heart to reassure that I couldn't break to pieces and be left alone once more. If you hadn't been so patient, you'd be easy to ignore. You put up with all my till you didn't anymore. And now I stand here calling at your door. Oh, now I stand here calling at your door. Yeah, I'm yours, anywhere you want. Yeah, I'm yours, and now we're singing.
I'm heading into the cabinets of my coffee bar now. So I have a lot of random things down here. We have a lot of paper plates and bowls because we do host our friends for dinner a lot, and that just makes for an easy cleanup. And then we have lots of random protein powders and things. My husband and I have been on a health kick over the last year, and one of the things we did was 75 hard. It was amazing and life-changing, but we ended up getting a lot of random protein powders during that time since we were doing kind of a high protein diet. And then we also have the Element electrolyte pack. So that's on the far left, and we don't use them as much anymore, but we are getting rid of one little thing over here. And this is my declutter box, everything I'm going to be donating. I am very proud of this process and just going through everything again and reorganizing and taking inventory of what I have and getting rid of some things. It makes me feel so good going into the new year that my kitchen, which is kind of my main domain as a stay-at-home mom, I'm in there giving my kids snacks and making meals for my family every day, wiping the counters, and just to have a more functional space really helps with your mind clutter as well, and just frees up capacity and bandwidth for other things. So I hope that you have gleaned some kind of motivation from this video. If you have, please do subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.